Welcome to Fangs Out, and we're having another issue of analyzing the franchise, guys. Now, we're going backwards again, and we're starting with the last movie made from this particular franchise, and we're talking Silence of the Lambs franchise. So, we're not gonna talk about the television series. Sorry, guys. We're just going films only. So we're going to talk about all 5 films, including Manhunter, okay? But today we're starting with the latest one and one of the most hated. We're going with Hannibal Rising, made in 2007, made by Peter Weber. And right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, that's a bunch of BS, man. This film rocks. It has so many good things going for it, and a lot of people just think it sucks. Now, is it the best thing about, is it perfect? Is it the best thing since sliced bread? No, it has a lot of flaws. It has some flaws that we're going to talk about that. Not a lot, but I think it has some fundamental flaws that prevent them from being, out there with Silence of the Lambs material. But it's a good horror movie, and I can prove it if you listen to me. So, what do I like about this film? Like I said, made in 2007, Peter Weber. This is a prequel, and it explains the origins of Dr. Lecter. And man, this is gonna have spoilers. Okay, forget. I'm not gonna tap around the actual horrible beginnings. Man, you can tell why Dr. Lecter turned out to be a monster because of, unfortunately, because the Soviet Union invaded Lithuania, where Lecter's family and himself were living, and in that cold winter in Russia, basically people were, it was so cold and people were starving to death because there basically was nothing to eat, nothing would grow, because basically if you run out of portions from the summertime, you were doomed. And this is what happened, that not only was Hannibal's sister cannibalized by this bunch of of horrible men that went in there, but he was forced to eat his own sister as well, and that fucked him up in the head really bad. And it shows on the later film. So awesome choice, childhood trauma to the nth degree. We see him react towards, we see him grow up hating authority, performing killings at an early age, and just out of survival and out of necessity, trying to be bullied with no avail, and performing amazing kills, making a very gory movie, very effective, totally works within the framework of who Hannibal, is. And now, I know a lot of people say, well, there's no, there's no Anthony Hopkins. How can it be? We're talking about a prequel, right? He can't be in the movie, and you can, and in fact, that makes us move into, the awesome portrays here. Aaron Thomas is young Hannibal. Awesome. Hardly talks, hardly says anything, and acts amazing. This kid's an amazing actor. But Gaspar Ulliel as Hannibal Lecter is chilling. It's completely believable, ruthless, and a badass bastard, like a homicidal maniac. Totally cool. Sometimes, his ways, reminded me a little of Michael McDowell a little bit, because he really channeling, this horrible. Now, Gong Li, she acts, by the way, China's Most Beautiful Woman in 2006 or 2007. I mean, she was right off the bat when that happened, I believe. And somebody told me a story that her breasts were like considered national treasures or something. Like there was some, they were made official. Like, yeah, I totally agree. Gong Li is gorgeous, and she was picked amazingly for this part. And Reese Ifans, oh wow, he knocks it out of the park. I love him in so many movies, even in Little Nicky, where he's the best. Even though Little Nicky sucks balls, you know, he's this dude's funny there. He's in so many other great movies. I just thought of Little Nicky, but he is in. I'm trying to think, but he's in. He's not just in comedies. He plays the bad guy almost every movie he's there, but he looks diabolical. He is awesomely rightly casted as to be the one. Uh, love the cast. Love the atmosphere, the cinematography on this film, the snow, the castles. I mean, it's a good horror film. Like I said, I can't. Yeah, let's talk about the negatives, right? I mean, there's some things on the timeline that doesn't quite work, and it's kind of a stretch of time how this young man becomes Dr. Lecter. Like there's a huge void, and that maybe hurt a lot of the film. I totally recognize it, and perhaps, the storytelling would have been better to try to tie in that to where Dr. Lecter was later in life. Maybe that would have been better. As it stands, I really like Hannibal Rising. I think it's unfair that people say it sucks or just totally dismiss it as a nothing sequel or a prequel in this case. I think the acting of the young man playing Lecter was amazing. Julius, and the story was pretty well written. I mean, really cool kills, lots of gore, beautiful lady. I mean, what's not to like? Solid horror film. Give it a solid B. That's just how my opinion is. I'm sorry if it differs from mine, but if you haven't seen it, give it a good watch, because I think you'll be pleased. Now, next time we're talking Hannibal, whole different thing. Stay tuned for that. Take it easy. See you next